These poems were written in the dust on the ceiling fan. They were written on the car I thought was my ride. They were written on a clown's red nose. Their pop zits. They were written as a blizzard. These poems were written as a goodbye no one heard. They were written with a sinus infection and a throbbing brain beating in time with the heart. They're the candy that gets stuck in your teeth. These poems were written in the dust on the ceiling fan, and you've just discovered them. Written in the dust on the ceiling fan, Dan Floor the Third. Dead Man's Press, Inc. Alright, this is the one cigarette segment of the documentary. I have one cigarette to talk about my book. Written in the dust on the ceiling fan right here. And I'm not bringing anything that I've been thinking about with the book to the table. I'm just gonna light this sucker and go off. And my wife, who's filming this, is gonna help me when I run out of things to say. So here we go. All right, written in the dust on the ceiling. All right. What comes to mind with this? I guess it's the first poem that came to mind was Wayneville poem, which is it was a very interesting time in my life, and I never thought it was interesting until I started writing about it. And that's the way it is with a lot of poems. Like, they're not that interesting until with a lot of poems. It's not that interesting until you start to write about it, and it's the poet's job to make it interesting. And so that's Wayneville poem. And I guess I could read it, but that'd be cheating. I'm supposed to have a cigarette to talk about it. What else? I wonder if cigarettes come up in this book. Probably. I'm always recommending cigarettes. Don't smoke. And this book is $7, but I feel like, to be honest with you, I put so much work into it. It's a good deal, I think. So, yeah, $7. It's not a long read. It won't take you very long to read it. But hopefully you'll read like 4 or 5 and not want to put it down. Just see what the next one's going to be. But what else? It's got a nice cover. Dead Man's Press, Inc. is my publisher for it. It's good paper. I think it's good paper. For those of you who don't know what a chapbook is, it's like it takes the amount of time that it would take you to read a chapter, and not takes that amount of time to read one of these. That's where the name comes from. That's about true for this. It's like reading a chapter. Is there anything you wanted to ask me, Jane, about the book? Or?
Well, you said it's $7. Where can people buy it?
Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. It's $4 if you want it on Kindle. It's available on Kindle too.
Do you have any of the poems in that book published anywhere else besides in that book?
Yeah, not a lot of different places, but the Open Arts Forum has a lot of them. I'm really thankful to other editors from other publications because they help you find, like, they kind of weed out your crap and find your gems for you. And in putting this together, I looked at my published works from people. So, yeah, I'm still smoking, so what else can we say? I'm telling you, I'm scared to do this book in front of in a bookstore because there's so much cursing in it. But the cursing is not like, I don't curse personally, but the narrators and the poems curse. So it's not always me talking. And but I don't. I'd have to talk to the bookshop owner and be like, yeah, I say shit, I say fuck. I say, is that all right to be saying in your bookstore? And they'll probably be like, yeah, curse words sell a lot of books. Scream it from the mountaintops, whatever you gotta do. I didn't go for shock value. I went for the natural language of how it would be said. Like if you're at a gas station or something, and I spend a lot of time at gas stations. I'm almost done my cigarette here, but I had a teacher who, his name will go unnamed, and he said, he was talking about one of the students.
That's just the cat, if anybody hears that.
And our cat wants to come
She
out.
wants to come
She
out.
wants to
They
be
give them a picture of her.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Tulip?
She's in this book. She's in here.
Nice.
My teacher, he said he had this student that was like always hanging out at the gas station because he was such a loser. And this was an English teacher. And now I always hang out at gas stations and I'm creating literature. So what do you think of that? And last puff, that was a 1 cigarette's worth of Written in the Dust on the Ceiling Fan.
Cool. And for the record, you're just a few seconds shy of 7 minutes. So you got a minute for every dollar you would spend on the book.
Hi, this is Daniel J. Flora III, and I'm here to read you a poem. It's called Laneville Poem. Laneville, muted sunlight, good sex, bipolar, playing Jay-Z in the morning, pissing off the people below me. Laneville, crappy bars, and not in a good way. Buildings like prisons, walking the streets so alive, unlike now in my catacomb spirit. Laneville had a dirt and joy mixed spirit, good news, poetry, explosions. I felt important. Talking on the phone with Darren, playing his songs outside in the glory dark and moon. Laneville, downstairs in the basement where Wanda smoked her pot secretly and talked regally by the washing machine about how she needed it medicinally, and I didn't know if I agreed. Laneville, where Wanda and I forgot that we slept together years before and we're okay now as friends. Ghetto lawn mowing and baseball with her kids. Laneville, you didn't last long, but you were my home, and you almost felt like it. Long car ride happiness. Do you have anything for me, Laneville? I am broke. I was taken in by friends in your ugly gray bosom, a gesture of God. Could he gesticulate for me again, please? Laneville, I don't know what you mean. What should I learn from you? All I have is this residue. It shimmers, though, like you do. The title, Written in the Dust on the Ceiling Fan. These poems are like grimy poems. And they're kind of secretive. Like, I don't even want my family to read some of these poems. But they had to be said. So It's like somebody went to a ceiling fan and just said, I'm gonna do some dust graffiti here and get it out. Well, in the 50s and early 60s, albums were a collection of singles, and I've always thought of poetry books as albums, and all my poetry books before this have all had themes, running themes throughout them. And this one, I just wanted, the singles. I just wanted the best poems I had. And, so that's what I did. So, and I do think that sometimes poetry collections, they really are reaching for a theme. Like, the poems are on so many various different topics, and they just reach for some kind of vague thread. And not that a theme can't be achieved, because it can. And I've done it myself, but it was always very vague. And this one's just out there. Here's a poem. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Here's the next poem. You'll enjoy that one too. And the next one. Almost like when you read a poetry collection and you go, that's the best poem in the book. I wanted all the poems to be like that. And now, did I sustain that high quality all the way through? That's up to the reader. But that was my aim, to just do quality. Bullshit writers. A lot of writers say they write for themselves. If they are, then why am I reading their shit? To be frank, I look at any creative endeavor I do as a miracle, because I have a disability. And to be able to do that in spite of the disability is a real miracle. Sometimes the disability is so bad that I can't even do it, so